Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and a lot of very, very cool creations by a bunch of different authors. So most will be shown in Reforged Eden 2, and there is one final build in Vanilla. And one build is actually for Reforged Eden 1 as well, but I don't actually have that, so I will show it in Reforged Eden 2, and we'll see how the stats come out. They'll probably be a little off on CPU and things, but shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. Anyway, the very first creation here today is the Cepheus Class Frigate RE2 by Noah. And that is this guy right here. And this definitely looks like a very nice and pretty combat ship, actually. Oh, I like that. Very, very clean. A lot of weaponry on here, too. Obviously, it looks like a couple big old launchers there on the front hull. A lot of turrets on the sides. And around the front, I would imagine that the front is probably armored too. Very nice looking ship though. I like the color design on it, and the texture lights that are in there, and all the really cool block work. It has like a central ship that actually kind of resembles a little bit of a sailing ship, sort of. But then it's obviously got these great big old side pieces here, which are like thruster and weapon units. And definitely a spaceship there. Oh, looks like we got a hangar door over on the side, kind of in between these two assemblies that come off from the side of the ship here. And those look really cool. Oh, I like this. I like how they're attached with like a swivel piece here, or something that actually looks like these pieces could VTOL, or at least the back one. The front one looks like it's more hard fixed in there with some frame design. This is really, really cool. Like the texture light going across the hull here too. You can see that blue in there, and it kind of really goes well with the blue shading color there too. And we got some more turrets on the bottom side here. Yeah, cool accents there. Haven't even looked at the back of the ship yet. Just kind of flying around the lower hull here. Looks like we got some big parts in here, which are looks like just like some frame mounts or something like that back there. That's cool. More turrets on the bottom side and the back. Get some big old artillery turrets, I believe, unless they're the other part. That look just like nope, those are really artillery turrets there. Makes sense. I would certainly say that this build is for combat primarily, but with a big hangar on it, it could be like a full base ship as well. But very, very cool. Let's get a top-down view of this here too. Yeah, nice and detailed too. Just everything looks in order. Very, very nice. In order. That's a different term I just made up. Let's take a look at the bridge here. Oh, that's looking cool too. Kind of got the slope forward kind of design. I don't know what you call that, but it looks very cool. I like the difference in the color scheme around the bridge as well. Little fences and railings back here. Looks like we got the full-size CV repair bay on here as well. Now, I believe there is two different versions of the ship on the workshop. I've got the high-end version, so this is probably going to be above Core 9, but there's also a Core 9 version out there. I just thought I'd look at the one that's all decked out here. And we got some, like, I didn't even notice this before, but these are almost like some claws or something on here. Oh, that's cool. I would have to look up the name of this, and maybe that is some type of bird or something like that. I don't know. That is unfamiliar to me at this point, but now I'm curious. And back over here, too, this is pretty interesting. Looks like we've got more launcher points if you had some more guns to put in there, some like tier 1 guns probably, but that looks really cool, like big old missile launchers back there, and this whole assembly kind of designed to hold them in place. And now, yeah, we got more guns over here too. These are those the rockets, I think. Oh, hold on, better find that out too. Yeah, missile launchers. I said rockets, but missile launchers. Yep. So they're there too. So this thing's got like everything for guns all over the place. Because it's a combat ship, I do want to check out the defensive front end of it. which I do believe it's going to be that way. And yeah, I'm looking at solid combat steel around the front nose area here. And then it goes into other materials beyond the nose. So kind of like an armored layer here. And yeah, we got our decoys in here too. So we got a decoy launcher right there, a couple decoy thrusters, decoy generator. It's actually a bigger generator for a decoy one. Maybe that was kind of needed there. And decoy turret in here too. So this looks like it's solid, like blocks in the whole area here. And then finally, once we get up to this point, wow, we got a long range radar too. This thing's got everything. Look at the down thrusters in here, which are kind of like serving as decoys. I think I didn't actually look at for the rest of the down thrusters on here, or actually the thrusters themselves. They're kind of hidden away for the most part. I don't see too many of them visible. Probably on the back though. Or not. Or not. All right. Well, anyway, here I'm gonna park over here a second. And I will adjust the lighting. Well, let's take a tour through the interior. Oh, yeah, about there with it. Put away that. So out in the back here, nice, good size hangar, enough to park pretty much any HV or SV, unless it's terribly large, or small CVs as well. That's a pretty big hangar door too. I think it is the 5x9 hangar door. I think. That's cool. That is cool. Up at the front there, I like that little round window there. That's cool. Some interesting like blue cut-ins into the wall over here. Kind of different texture lights and things like that. Lighting is actually pretty good in here. It's quite bright, actually. I was looking for the light source itself, but I'm not actually seeing a physical light here. But it is lit up, for sure. Let's go through here. Oh, this drops down. Interesting. So over the side over here, looks like we got our medical bay. Nice and clean. Very bright in here, too. There's our big light there. Looks like we got all the equipment plus a bed in there. Very cool. Like how it's set up with the tile floor in there too. Looks very very clean. So on the other side of the hall, oh, we got like a cafeteria here, mess hall. Like the wood grain floors up there. We got some seating up in the top over here. Looks like, and down over there, very nice. Fridge, food processor. So let's check out this room. And then we got that staircase right to the side. Oh, a locker room and a boarding ramp. Oh, cool. Didn't notice this on the bottom side, but that's actually centered in the build here too. But yeah, a lot of the other stuff here is kind of asymmetrically done on the interior, which is great. Definitely like that. Oh wow, another staircase going up there. All right, let's go this way first. Now we're into, looks like a shield room here. We got some big old large shields. Looks like 4 of them. I think that is all that you can have on a build. 4 big shields, and you can kind of see the warp drive through this assembly over here. Very cool. Oh, and our main shield, I believe, is right up above us there. Well, I'm not sure. That could, maybe that's a deco. I think that's a deco. No, that is the auto maintenance system. Got to have that on here too. So basically, that is a fairly new part in Reforged Eden 2 that, to my understanding, it will fix damaged blocks. It won't replace them, but it'll fix damaged blocks on the build that it's mounted on, basically. So you can kind of do a repair cycle and have it like get rid of all the dents out of the blocks and things like that. It's just that it's unable to replace blocks that are missing. Oh, we got another hangar. Yeah, that's that side hangar that we've seen from the outside. So yeah, like another smaller hangar here. Interesting how the floor is kind of raised up a thin block there. Probably going over a floor below it here. And we got kind of a window peering out that way as well. Very cool. So we got 2 hangars in here. Let's see, a little bit of overlook over the hangar. Oh wow, we got the fusion reactor room over here, or one of them. I believe we're going to have another one probably on the other side, I bet. No, we got a shield in this room. So 1 fusion reactor, a small fusion reactor. And we got a shield on the other side. And wow, this staircase is pretty intricate here. goes up a little bit. So I kind of like that. I'm not a big fan of the elevators in the game. It's hard to not use elevators often due to space. It takes a lot more room to put in a staircase than it does an elevator. But it is nice that you can just kind of walk up them without like messing around, especially if you've got no gravity on at the time. So up in here, it looks like we got our production room. So we got a, looks like an advanced constructor over here, armor repair, armor locker, ATM, weapon locker up there, a couple cargo boxes, a side room here too. Looks like, oh wow, this goes up to the upper deck. Oh, that's cool, right up to the landing pad here. Interesting. That's pretty cool how that works. What we got on the other side here? It looks like, yeah, another way up to the flight deck. And then we got another room going back this way. Like how the rooms are kind of changing their styles a little bit. Like this one's kind of like more of a white, like the dark floor in here. So we're getting into some fancy crew rooms over here. So this is probably like the captain's room here, I would guess, or everybody's in luxury. Nice looking room though. I like the wood grain. Got the TV. Even got the coffee table there. Bookshelf. Bathroom. Nice, nice. So across the hall we got another big fancy room. No, well, this is a little different over here. This is just has a table. We got a Groot. And we got some storage cargo over here. That goes to a back hallway that kind of crosses between the two to our repair console for the repair bay that's on the back of the ship there that we've seen from outside. Did that just end? Hold on. It does just end right there. Okay. Gonna walk around this way again. Get out to the main hallway. Let's keep on going this way. Then we got our general crew quarters. Okay, got my lights off. Yep, quite a few bunk beds, lockers, all the stuff you would expect in a general crew quarters. We kind of been in here yet, but we got another staircase going up. But we got a front room here too. See, a number of front rooms. Got some boxes in here. Got the main core right here and our CPU room. So yeah, quite a lot of CPUs in here. I expected that. I mean, this is the high-end version of the ship and not the Core 9 version. So yeah, it definitely needs room for all those superior cores and, well, beyond that, quantum, probably aux cores. Well, I'll have to see what the CPU on this particular build is. Again, with all the weaponry and all the parts and the real parts like the radar and the repair bay and all that, it's going to be pretty high on CPU. That is granted, but it is a high-end creation, so. This is an interesting room. I didn't expect this. It's like a control room up over here. Teleporter. Got to have that. Nicely on a sensor. Passenger seat over there by the console. And then we're up to the bridge. It's nicely set back from the front of the ship and overlooking everything. Got some interesting looking lighting on the outside here too. So I think this was the last room on the ship as far as I know. But I just want to see what's going on with this. Didn't see that when it was daylight, but that's cool. Like some big old blue lights coming off the sides there. It looks very nice at night too. I mean, it was kind of designed to kind of light up a little bit at night here with the different colors. I like how it's doing some yellow in here, and it's got blue and white texture lights, even some red over by the where the rockets are. Some other red lights on here too, like right over here. Very cool, very cool. Nice looking landing pad too. And yeah, again, with the texture lights and everything running at night, and obviously when you're flying around in space, it's going to look like this too often. At least it's just generally darker there. Very, very cool. All right, let's look at some numbers here. But yeah, nice looking ship. Looks like it's going to be very combat capable. Offers you utility, hangar space. Doesn't look like it gets into farming, which is fine. Don't think you'd probably necessarily want to do farming on here too. It's definitely more of a dedicated combat CB with some hangar space, basically. All right, numbers. Unlock level 25, size class 5. It doesn't move at all. No, I'm kidding. Let me turn on the thrusters. I'm going to just turn these on too. Why not? I'm already seeing that shield on here. 110 1,000. 544 for the baseline shield. Let's get back to the stats, but big shield. So 27 forward, 19 strafing, 23 lift, 27 reverse, and 23 down. Got 6 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks, whole lot of guns and more guns. And we do have the real long range radar array on here. I know we do have the real repair bay or CB repair bay. 13-hour and 19-minute build time. Gonna take some stuff, I'm sure. Yeah, a lot of quantum processors involved in there. Reactor core for that small fusion reactor we seen in there. We got the cruise missiles, the robotics, the communication equipment. It's going to need stuff. It is obviously a very high-end late-game ship here. CPU-wise, it's set to 1.3 million. I think that's a... What is that, a Core 13? Let's find out here. Yeah, Core 13. Core 13. So... not that bad. So only 4 quantum cores. It's not using the aux cores in the build. So it's not maxing it out. It's not completely maxed out. But you got your Core 9 set up plus these. The other one on the workshop's going to just have these and not the quantum. Probably a lot lower costs. Less guns and probably less shielding and that kind of stuff to balance that CPU. But the high-end version is always fun. Let's take a look at the storage here. So, let's see, we got our ammo controller here at 320K. Let's see, auto maintenance system. We got a harvest controller in here at 320K. We got a 640K main controller, it looks like. And beyond that, it looks like a lot of boxes and things like that. Got the advanced Pentaxid tank as well, which holds 3,000 instead of 1,000 Pentaxid. So, yeah, very, very cool. So, 320K ammo, 640K main cargo, 320K harvest. And I think beyond that, you know, about 10 sort boxes or so. So, yeah, very, very cool build here. Again, this is the Cepheus Class Frigate, RE2 by NOAA. Very, very cool build. Looks great. Looks like it's set up well for... gameplay as well. Looks like it would take care of all the needs of blowing up everything in space and moving around maybe a few creations with you at the same time. You also have the landing pad plus that extra the secondary hangar plus the main hangar, so you do have quite a bit of like carrying capacity on this as well. So yeah, very, very cool build here. So here, let me power that off and let's whiz on to the next build here. And this is the XMS Mech. Oh, why am I screwing on that? Mater. I'm saying that wrong. Anyway, XMS Mater. We'll just call it that. Please correct me in comments. Sorry about that. RE2 by Phone or Roan, which is like phone with a R. So, very, very cool. I think this is a new author, maybe. I'm not sure. I got to look that up in my little author database there. This is a cool-looking ship. Again, this looks like a, kind of looks like a combat ship. An awful lot of guns on here, but I'm not 100% sure on that yet. Let me see what kind of turrets we're actually looking at here. Okay, these are plasmas. So, yep, weapons. Again, there are some mining turrets and stuff that kind of look, will share the same models as some other things, so I just like to be sure on that. So yeah, another combat CV. Different design here. That's really cool. I like how it's kind of wide. You got like a thrusters out over here, plus some more turret mounts. Looks like the bridge is going to be sitting back in this general area right here. Yep. Kind of overlooking the front of the ship, and then it's more of a fork design with the front armor and things like that. We got a little first-person window right in there too. That's cool. More guns on the bottom. I like how this is textured down here. That's kind of neat. It's kind of gritty, but you know, it's not like super rusty or anything like that. But then it's got this kind of cool-looking lighting or texture lights in the hull, and then it kind of splits up colors from going from the dark to the more the whites in here too. That's very cool. Green thruster coloring. Fits well with the ship. More turrets on the sides here. We got our down turrets there, kind of protected under some steel grates. Oh, that's cool looking use of those deco parts there. Kind of looks pretty interesting, like some kind of tanks or stacks or I don't know, something there. It does look very cool though. And on the back, we got a little, got 3 turrets back over. Well, actually, we got this big old artillery turret down over here too. So yeah, a lot of rear end protection, I guess you could say, in case you're getting chased around by drones or something like that. Yeah, very cool, very cool. Again, I like the color scheme on it. The mix, like between the lights and the darks in here. It also has some embedded texture lights, more of the blue texture lights kind of built in various places here. They'll all pop at nighttime especially. Looks like we got an access door back over here, kind of going into the bridge, it looks like. Yeah, probably lead right into the bridge right in front there, so quick access to that. Very cool, very cool. Alright, just out of curiosity, because again, this is a combat CV, I just want to see what it's made of. So we got combat steel up around in here. I don't think we have decoys in here. I think the AI would just have to like try to shoot the main weapons. Yeah. Which is fine too. I think this still work out pretty good. Alright, I don't want to fly in there too much, but yeah, definitely combat steel, hardened steel, another mixed hull material ship here, which is obviously it's more work to build in that way. It's a lot easier to just like use one block for your entire hull, or one type of block, like steel or hardened steel or whatever it is. But mixing the material is good for weight, and then you can put your armor where it's most needed, and then so your ship will fly better. If the entire build was made out of like entirely combat steel, it would be really hard to move. Take a lot of thruster power to do that, and which would equate to a lot more CPU usage on the build just to move it. So yeah, it looks really cool from the underside here too. Just kind of seeing if we had any doors or anything like that. I know one access point. There's probably more, but I'm gonna come in through the bridge on this one. Let me adjust the lighting. I might be a little dark yet, so yeah, that doesn't go anywhere else. And we got to, yeah, I'm really dark. Sorry about that. There's probably some lights in here. I just haven't quite kicked them on yet by getting to certain places here, or maybe not. I don't know. So here is looks like an engineering room with our main core. Looks like we got a long-range radar in here too, and that is a real one. Got some medium shield parts visible. We've got the warp drive right back over there. Got a couple advanced generators in the area here. A lot in the room here. Got a taxi tank up top there. This is, yeah, right off that elevator there. So, and then beyond that, it looks like it goes to that front cockpit, first-person cockpit. So back over here, we got a med bay. Looks like we got all our equipment in there. And we got a crew room over here. Got some carpet. Little towel rack there. Looks like separate ventilation for these different rooms. Let me see if there's any more doors along the sides here. Don't think so. This is kind of where the forks are on the hull design. So I think the first rooms would be over there. So I think this is just like right to the point here. Yeah, right up to the bridge. And I'm not seeing any other ways through the ship. So I think that's it for interior space. Let me just fly through the hull a little bit and see if that's true, or if I missed something. Now, a lot of parts back here in engineering. We kind of did see that from the overlook. But yeah, I think that's about it. CPU cores look like they're kind of mounted right in this area. Kind of below this hallway here. So yeah, all the main parts are in the back of the ship, the front of the ship. Yeah, just basically some guns and stuff like that. A lot of guns, though. A lot of guns. Very cool. So, alright, let's look at some numbers here. So, unlock level 25, size class 2. I thought it was going to be higher size class than that. It's only 2. It's actually not that big of a ship. 46 forward, 23 strafing, 16 lift, 46 reverse, and 16 down. Got 6 fuel tanks, 4 oxygen tanks. Does have a multi-turret on here. Yeah, pretty good barrage of weaponry on here. Plasma artillery turrets, plus our quad laser battery heavies. 2 of those, and a whole lot more plasma turrets on there. 8 hour and 9 minute build time. Using 4 quantum processors, so I'm thinking this is a Core 9 build. Yep, 900,000 CPU. It's got about 90,000 extra CPU left over, so you can add some things to this. Sort that real quick. Check out your warp drive too. I forgot to look at that on the last ship. So this has the 30 light year warp drive in it. So the standard warp drive, probably again to keep that CPU in check. It's always a challenge. Storage wise, oh, it's got a box for bones of my enemies, ethically sourced bullets, free range plasma, and then we got some normal looking boxes there. What are these boxes? Whoops. So we got 320k for the bones of the enemies, 320k for the ethically sourced bullets, and another 320 for the free range plasma. So plus some these 3 storage, I believe, boxes in here for your gear and fuel and miscellaneous stuff. A very, very cool build. So again, this is the XMS Mater. Oh God, why am I'm screwing that word up? Martyr. It's Martyr. It's Martyr. That's it. RE2 by Roan. Phone. It's like yeah. RHONE for the author name. So it's like phone with the R. Very, very cool. Very cool build there. It's like a nice, capable combat ship at Core 9 class. All right. So, 94,407 on the stock shield. So actually a really big shield on this one, too. So that's probably where a lot of the that CPU went into. That and guns. A lot of guns on here. Very cool. All right. Moving on to the next build here. Let's get some lights going again a little bit more. Here we got something pretty unusual looking here. So this is the BFI Prowler by Barefoot and Hillbilly. And this is very different looking. This is BFI Prowler. This is a Star Citizen thing, I think, isn't it? I think it kind of is, but it doesn't look like. It kind of does, yeah. Yeah, the Prowler. That was I remember looking at that ship in Star Citizen. Now, this is probably a different variant of that ship that I seen, which I'm dating back like 8-10 years ago when I looked at that ship. Yeah, it did have a Prowler ship. It did have a design like this. This has got to be the Star Citizen Prowler here. Yeah, it is. That is cool. That is cool looking. Kind of like alien looking, sort of, but also technical. So, technical aliens. I love this blockwork kind of on the side here, how this is all done up with the kind of rigid seams with the blue accent color design in there. And then this like big front shield piece that's also kind of in actually a two-tone like blue. Side little trim blocks on the sides there to even dial that in more. Yeah, little like Terminator light out here on the front. Anytime I see a little red light like that, I just call it a Terminator light. It's just one of those things. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. Just a wacky thing. Oh yeah, that is such a cool way into the ship back here too. It kind of splits up this rear wing assembly into like a walk path that goes right in there. This is cool too. That's really cool. Got to examine the blocks used here. Yeah, that's neat. I like how Barefoot did that. Using these blocks, it's got that texture light in the back there, But the texture light's going, I think there's some thin blocks around there, making the texture light kind of that oval shape, which looks like a really cool like thruster. That's neat. That is very cool. And then all the interesting spiky things here, which I think are part of the the design there from Star Citizen. We got some side doors coming in here. And obviously this is a SV too, so not a CV. I know it's hard to tell when you're real close and looking at these things, but yeah. The CVs don't have the 1x2 doors for because they only have 1x1 doors. CVs. So very cool looking build, very unique. Not Star Wars this time. A kind of different color, design ethic, the whole ball of wax here. Definitely like it. Yeah, that's cool. Here, I'm gonna adjust the lights. We'll just look at the hall one more time at night here. This probably lights up a lot, I bet. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Like those blue accents in there, and kind of like the dark hall with the red lights, and then you got the blue, like, I don't know, accents or armor plating or whatever, but very, very cool looking ship, very detailed. Alright, here, I'm going to fly aboard here. Get out of God mode. Oh, wow, yeah, okay, so, yeah, this was a troop transport, actually, if I remember correctly, so, excuse me. It is definitely doing the, if my audio cut out there for a second, I accidentally hit the pause when I was trying to sneeze. So, which is good, but, yeah. Anyway, what a cool interior, too. So, troop transport, a lot of passenger seats in here. Looks like we got alternative color schemes in here, too. White paint scheme, red and blue. And we got trauma station, some boxes in here. We got our warp drive right above. Very cool and detailed setup on that, too. We got a fridge back over here. Oh, I like how that's kind of like mounted right above the door there. Convenient spot for it. Grab some food on the way out. And then we're up to the pilot seat. We got some side doors over here, too. So this looks really wild on the front there, too. I like the use of that decal part with the kind of like the 3D planet view there, or like a nice heads-up display. Oh, we got a secondary pilot seat like right above this one, kind of mounted in with some framework up kind of on the ceiling there. I think that was a feature of the original build too, or the Star Citizen model. So what's in this? Oh, okay. So these just get us right out of the ship here. Okay, we are out. So yeah, when the oh, and you know the flooring down in here is pretty interesting too. That opens up, doesn't it? So all these crew members can just go ploo and fall right off the bottom really fast like. Oh, that's cool. I probably triggered this incorrectly. There's probably options, switches, things like that to do that actually. Fly up here a second. Check out these upper cockpit. That's cool too. Yeah, nice looking it's a cool looking LCD there. Look at all the stuff going on that LCD. How do you fit it all on one LCD? Or maybe it's not. I don't know. It looks really nice, though. Very cool. Very cool. And hold on. I'm going to check out the P menu options a little prematurely. I want to see if there's... Just kind of wondering if there was a lever or something to open up these doors. That's really cool, though. I mean, if you're sitting in here and you're getting deployed for like some kind of combat operation or something like that, this would be a very quick way out of the ship. Just like, yeah, jump off the seat and go woo, all the way down there, probably with some ropes or something like that. But or parachutes, I don't know, or spacesuits if you're in space. Very cool, though. Like, yeah, I think this was like some kind of like military assault transport kind of ship, if I got that right. Kind of high tech, different brand, all that kind of fun stuff. Very cool though. All right, let's look at some numbers here. So unlock level 20, size class 2, 65 forward, 34 strafing, 41 lift, 65 reverse, 34 down. Got 12 fuel tanks, 6 oxygen tanks, 2 Gatling guns, 4 light turrets, or light Gatling turrets, and a detector. 3-hour and 36-minute build time. It is using some auxiliary CPU cores on here, so 4 of those. CPU-wise, it's set to 31,000 using 27,140 of that. It's going to translate to a Core 11. Not sure why the core setup was done this way. It doesn't have the superior cores in here, but it does have these aux cores in here. And it has more CPU than it needs. Unless I'm looking at this in the wrong version of the game. I don't know. It doesn't, I mean, it doesn't have like a huge amount of guns or anything that are real high on CPU. So I don't really know why it has those aux cores on there. I guess, you know, I would have to, I guess it all depends how the CPU balanced out the background. I don't really know. So I'm just kind of speculating and guessing. So obviously it, it seemed to need these over the superior cores on there. Maybe Barefoot just has a lot of aux cores chilling out in the backpack. Like, yeah, let's just use those. I'm just kidding. Very cool build. Very cool build. Let's take a look at your storage and the shield and that too. And let's start with this. Prowler, yeah, the BFI Prowler, yeah, definitely Star Citizen. So we got an ammo controller at 2438. And then beyond that, quite a lot of sort boxes, it looks like, and of course our protection tank and fridge. Looking back over here, baseline shield strength is 9365, and I think that is pretty much it. Very, very cool ship replica. Yeah, just a wild looking ship and design there too. So yeah, very, very cool build here. Again, by Barefoot and Hillbilly, who Star Wars is going to be all pissed off now. Because this is like, hey, what's this? This is not Star Wars. What's going on with this? No, I'm just kidding. So again, this is the BFI Prowler by Barefoot and Hillbilly. Very, very cool build. That's just neat. That's just neat. All right, so this is the build that was for RE1, and I do have a CPU discrepancy on, but I literally don't have RE1. I'd have to like reinstall that or something, but I don't know if that would screw up RE2. Maybe not. But anyway, there was 2 different versions of this ship on the Workshop 2, I believe. This is the Apocalypse Starter RE by Nitro Romance. And there's another version that I believe is not the starter version out there, which would have more CPU usage and, you know, just basically more parts installed on it. So, you know, do I have you on? You are on. Okay. So, yeah, cool looking ship. This is, again, is a SV. It's a pretty good size SV. We got our, like a prefab cockpit up here at least. There might be more stuff in other places here. So we've got a whole bunch of guns kind of in these gun mounts on the sides. Quite a lot of spotlights on here. We got 2 that are active right now on the top, and then another 4 down below. Obviously, the T marking probably for another, I would say turret, but more, yeah, in other words, you could put in more guns there, but I'm sure this was balanced out for CPU here. I like the green texture light there on the side. Got a cool, kind of a very clean looking hull again. Cool looking setup on the back there. We do got a entry door over here. And it looks like, I think we got long range radar up top here. Let me see if that is a real one or not. Oh, what just happened there? I'm hitting the wrong button. Sorry, guys. There we go. Nope. Deco radar dish there. Really, really wild looking, like a thruster. Well, it's not even like a thruster there. Maybe there is, but hidden away. Yeah, there is a thruster, but not kind of lined up to this point. Oh, yeah, looks like we got some upgrade stuff going on the inside there. So maybe this is like another mount for a thruster. Very, very interesting and cool looking design there, though. So up top here, retractable turret, couple retractable turrets. Like these cutouts going into the hull, kind of looking down below into some more, just more technical stuff down in there. Look at all the piping stuff going down there. We got our down thrusters mounted in that area. We also have this kind of greenish yellow texture light scheme on it. Kind of go with the gray and the whites and the blues on here. So quite a lot of colors used on the ship as well. So on the back side here, we got a lot of different doors here. Oh, so we got quantum and aux CPU core room right kind of mounted on the bottom here. Let's have an LCD there too. I'll have to check out LCD. Oh no, that's a sensor. That's not an LCD. No, that's not a sensor. That is an LCD. Not sure what that's projecting. Maybe it's a P menu option. So up over here, we got another room. A couple, actually like 4 1x3 generators would fit in here. More stuff right in this area. So yeah, quite a bit of room for upgrades. And then we got, look at that strafing thrust back over here. Yeah, very cool how that's set up. Okay, this is probably what that LCD down there is for. Oh, this is like the Inte LCD markers here. Activate the lever to see the upgrades to remove. Okay. Hold on. Okay, I don't see anything there. Let me adjust the lighting here. I don't know how much interior is going to be here. Probably not a lot. It's still an SV here, but. So inside, well, I think I'm stuck. Hold on. We'll stay in God mode. There's the switch I was looking for. So that would kind of lock in that door, I think. So we got a fridge, O2 armor locker, constructor mount position up there. That's cool. Trauma station, box there. Got a lot of compartments in here. I'll look at that. Additional CPU advanced extenders. Wow, look at all the room over here. And look at all the parts you put in here. Medium jet thrusters. Advanced. Wow. Yeah, so a whole lot of upgrade potential in this particular version. Now, the other one on the workshop probably has a lot of these parts installed, where this one does not. Which is, this one obviously is trying to be less money, less CPU, less of all that stuff. But wow, this thing is really designed for one heck of a lot of upgrades. Small shield stuff in there. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. A lot of upgrade potential in here. I'm going to try to get out of God mode again. Walking really slow here. I don't know why I'm walking so slow. Yeah. So then we got a 6-pack, or what is it? Yeah, 6-pack of passenger seats. Got our main core down in there, and got a sensor here, maybe for lighting or something. And beyond that, the actual cockpit was outside of the ship, kind of in front of this area here. Don't see a direct access point from inside the ship to get in there, though. Or maybe there is. Maybe there is. No, I guess not. I guess not. There is a wall separation there. Wow, it's like right up to the edge, though. Like it looks like you could just pounce in there, but no, there are some blocks there. Yeah, right there. Okay, and then the core is right behind the cockpit. In case the pilot gets blown up, the AI will probably take out that core and then stop shooting at the creation, so you can replace the cockpit and fly away and keep everything pretty much intact. Look at all the upgrade options on the exterior as well. Heavy minigun turrets. Wow. All over the place on this build. Just inside and out. Has lots and lots and lots of upgrades. Very cool. Very cool. So it looks like, however it's sitting right now, you can certainly soup it up to be quite a formidable SV combat type of CV that also is a bit of a troop transport, which is really, really cool too. All right, let's look at some numbers. This is probably a placeholder. So you could obviously put it on a real long-range radar there. Just replace that part there. Again, probably a CPU savings. And again, the CPU is going to be way off on this one because this is actually made for RE1, and I'm looking at this in RE2. So just keep that in mind. I don't know how the thrusters would be different between RE1 and 2. Maybe they're pretty close. But anyway, this is unlock level 15 only. Size class 2. 38 forward, 38 strafing, 46 lift, 38 reverse, and 46 down. 11 fuel tanks, 6 oxygen tanks. Got a decent amount of weaponry already on here. Obviously, you could add more. But, yeah, it does have 6 railguns, 6 laser cannons, a couple light Gatling turrets. It does have an alarm sentry on here. I didn't know alarm sentries were available in RE1. I guess they probably were. Been a while. 2 hour and 14-minute build time is all. Not needing any fancy parts in there. Pretty streamlined. 4 plasma converters, but beyond that, very basic stuff there. CPU-wise, yeah, and this is going to be kind of invalid because I'm looking at it in the wrong version of the game here. But it's set, at least in RE2, to use about 30,000 CPU. It's not going to translate right. This is a Core 9. Yeah. What? I don't know how it came up with Core 9. Hold on, let me sort that. Core 4, not Core 9. Core 4. So basically it would need some more CPU cores. You could balance this out in RE2 quite easily, though, honestly. Add in your advanced and superior cores and one more basic, and I think everything would balance. So I don't think it's a problem at all, really. Stock shield on here, 8,048. Again, I don't know if this number fluctuates from RE1 to 2 based on the parts. I think the shielding parts are pretty similar, but yeah, decent shield on here. So we got a main light, secondary lights, primary weapons, alarms, and Gatling in our P menu options as well. Storage-wise, oh, I didn't look. Did I not look at the? Yeah, I did. Never mind. I was thinking I didn't look at this storage on the Prowler. So over here, nicely color-coded. So we got a pharmacy, so like a med box, ammo, 22,875 for ammo. Big ammo bay on here. Got a Taxid, personal armor. I also have a harvest controller at 5121. So you wanted to add a some kind of salvaging multi-turret to the build. You can do some salvaging there too. So yeah, very, very cool. And keep in mind, there is another version on the workshop, I believe also up in the spotlight right now, that has, it would be a higher core version than what this one is. More parts installed, basically. But it's really cool seeing the one with all the placeholders too, seeing all the LCDs telling you where to put everything. And again, it holds a lot of additional parts, a lot of them. So again, this is the Apocalypse Starter RE1 by Nitro Romance. Very, very, very cool. All right, so on to the next build. And this one is by Artemis Rogue, and it's called The Heat. So another combat CV, and I'm kind of expecting to see some flames on here. But yeah, this is altering the color scheme even some more here. It's kind of like similar to some of Artemis's past combat CV builds, but like a different color scheme on it. And obviously goes with the Heat name. Oh, I like that. So it's got black, it's got red, it's got the other tone of red, it's got gray in here, got some yellow texture lights, a lot of detail in here too. And obviously, I'm right off the gates. This is the combat ship, so we're gonna look at it for its combat parts and decoys and all that stuff too. I definitely like this color scheme. This looks very nice too. I like that. It's kind of going from that shade to this shade to this. Oh, we got a whole gradient going on in here. That's cool. That's cool. All the fancy glass parts in there. You can kind of see a little interior through some of the armored glass here. Or shield rooms, I should say. And it looks like kind of set up for some larger turrets back here. Or not turrets, launchers. But it's using a lot of small ones right now. And you got that antenna in the middle of this one. Obviously, kind of like a placeholder there to balance that CPU. And the guess where my forward thrusters are? They're somewhere around here. No, that's cool. That's kind of a trademark on a lot of Artemis ships. Is you typically don't exactly know where the forward thrusters are. There's a lot of possible places where they could be, but you're probably wrong on whatever you guess. Like I thought it was going to be here, but see, I was wrong. And we got a bridge up there. All right, so because of the combat CV, this looks really cool, though, by the way. I do like that kind of like fiery, obviously it goes with the name, too, the heat stuff. The only thing I'm surprised at is I'm not seeing, like, flames shooting out of this thing all over the place. Unless I'm missing it. But, yeah, I just expected, like, fire, like, coming out of this every orifice of this ship here. It looks very fiery. All right. Just messing with you again. All right. Let's see what this is made of. So we got combat steel up in the front here. That's going to probably taper off. Hardened steel. Probably taper off to the regular steel. Yep. So, again, mixed material hull. Flying on the inside here. Looks like we have decorative interior blocks with things on them, almost like they were like decoy positions. But we do have a decoy thruster right up in here. And let's move back a little bit. So, yeah, these are those front rooms. You got kind of another decoy thruster here. A couple of them. I don't know if we have any other decoy parts in here. There's room for it. Like right over here, there's like a decoy launcher position. And these look like decoy positions as well. Or maybe some generators or thrusters. All glass on the top there. All right. Yeah, very, very nice looking ship here. Kind of a change up from the color scheme of a lot of Artemis's past builds here. Kind of messing with some colors there. And it looks really nice. I definitely like this color scheme too. I mean, all of them are looking good. There's been it's like the third or fourth different color scheme now. But yeah, definitely liking that. So, all right. Here, I'm going to park myself here. And let's adjust the lights and go take a tour through the interior. So, here's our strafing thrusters, which are... Yeah, I've seen this on another recent Artemis build here, too, where the strafing thrusters were kind of set up that way. Again, kind of not on the exterior of the ship, which keeps them safer. Got lift thrust over here. We got a bunch of elevators coming off from this room. Med bay, we got a quickie little cockpit right there. Armor locker, O2. Let's take one of these side elevators here. So let's get up into a small production area to build some ammo. Probably room for some more small constructors or something in this general area. On the other side, looks like there's a storage controller over there. This might loop all together here with the elevator system here. Yeah, I think it goes right across. Right through there, and then it keeps on going up to the bridge here, which also has O2 and a med bay and some side access doors. And there's another door down below in front too. Hold on. Oh, we got another elevator. Okay, this is going to get us into the front shield setup, well, major part setup basically of the ship. So staggering rooms from each side with holding different big components like your shield parts, probably warp drive. This is really interesting how that room's set up. So again, probably holds medium shields or other parts in here, but yeah, those I don't know exactly what those blocks are for. Some extra armor, maybe in that particular area. Oh, decoy turret in there. It's like a decoy room. At least on that side. That's really, whoop, fell in there. But that's really interesting. Didn't expect that. Another room up here. And another room over here. So yeah, it looks like there is just some added blocks in the corners of a lot of these rooms. Probably to increase the armor. Maybe. I don't know exactly. Have to research that a little bit. But yeah, a bunch of guns on the back. At the end of the day, though, I don't think this is going to exceed Core 9. Because it's not running like crazy cycle parts. Just quite a few guns, but none of them are like the big heavy weapons and stuff like that. A lot of lighty up stuff going on here at night. There is a inside of the hall here. It looks like we have a timed light scheme going on here. Now you can see that kind of going from the front there. Yeah, well, it's not even inside the hall. It's these lights right here doing a really cool pattern there. Yeah, very cool. Nice addition to the long line of combat CVs by Artemis here. All right, let's take a look at some numbers. Unlock level 25, size class 5, 34 forward, 28 strafing, 37 lift, 28 reverse, 28 down, 17 fuel tanks. A lot of fuel on this one. 1 oxygen tank, 20 sentry guns. Didn't even see those. They're all hidden away. They should be visible. I didn't even say that they're retractable. I don't think it does, though. We got 7 light laser turrets and 18 light plasma cannons, plus a real long-range radar. 8-hour and 1-minute build time. And not needing... It's not... Yeah, can't be any more than a Core 7. Probably a Core 7. 28 plasma converters. Yeah, 620K CPU, which is Core 7. So, out right there. Let me just check your warp drive. Looks like we got a standard 30 light year warp drive on here. Yeah, but this is only a Core 7. 77,161 stock shielding on here. Sentries on and radar on for some P menu power options there. Storage. We've got a 2 ammo controllers. Looks like each one is 104K. We got a harvest controller at 168K. Then beyond that, a fridge and pentaxi tank. So right to the point. Again, dedicated combat CV. But this at a Core 7. At least this version of it. Obviously, maybe there's another version that's all souped up, higher core level. But obviously, there's a lot of room to add additional parts, shielding. Kind of looks like these designs over here are kind of meant to. If you wanted to add like the heavy launchers, maybe you could remove like a 3-pack of these and put in like a heavy in these locations over here. So a lot of options you could do with that on how you want to get this thing set up. But looks like it's set up to do some pretty nasty damage right off the gates here. And yeah, and there's the sentry guns. They are all over the place. I just wasn't really looking for them. Lots of those. Which I believe the strategies, although I wasn't impressed all that much with how well the sentry guns worked against drones in my last playthrough, I probably wasn't running enough sentry guns either. And I noticed that Artemis, when he does do the sentry guns, he does a lot of them. And not just screwing around with like 5 or 6 or something like that. He's like, yeah, there's like 20, there's like 30 of these things. So I think that might be more effective, having much larger quantities of them around the build. Oh, we do have some fire out the back here. I guess I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, okay, so we do have some fire. I'm glad. I expected flames on this. Called the heat. It's all like red, like fire color, and I just expected flames, you know. Very cool. Very cool build. So again, this is the Heat by Artemis Rogue. Very, very cool ship here. All right, let me power you off, and let's get the lights back on. And so the next build, this one is by, I believe, an unfamiliar author to me here. Oh, I already got it on. Now, I don't even know how to say the name of this build. You can read it, though. It is that. It is that. So, Biobach Tungstorm. it is that. It is that. And this is by author Thoris. So this is a like a base. It's basically a big turret or a big turret assembly. Very cool on how it's like desert colored textured on here. And obviously, yes, we do have a quite a few turrets on the bottom side here. Oh, I don't have that quite buried into the ground. Obviously, I tried to get it right, but you know how the terrain is in this game. It's hard to spawn that in. And it does have this big attachment that kind of goes off to the side over here, which is a big solar array to power this all up, which is really cool. So you basically have your 4 lower turrets, which are, looks like plasma, and a big elevator going up. We do have a couple like security personnel in the area here too. And then an elevator that goes right up to the top here, which has a lot more security personnel. And then a big old artillery turret up top here. Big old retractable artillery turret. So like, yeah, big like a big gun. Basically, this whole assembly is all about like defensive purposes, like protecting the area. These lower turrets will cover your 360, and this is able to lob artillery shells in any direction it needs to. Cool looking outer balcony over here as well. But yeah, just yeah, big turret assembly there, with a attached solar power setup here. I see the author was using the solar power part limitations, probably in vanilla, and it's so weird how they work because it has like a number that doesn't divide up properly for the max amount of solar power panels you can put in. It almost looks like it was meant to have another one right here, but due to the parts limits on solar panels, you can't like fulfill that. It's a weird thing. I always found that very, very strange on the parts limits on solar panels in the vanilla game especially. So yeah, very cool. Very cool. Let me just fly underneath here and see what's happening. So we do have some solar capacitors, small generator, fuel tank in there. Looks like a basic CPU core. And I think that's about it down in there. It's kind of... we'll look at storage. It's probably got an ammo box somewhere here too. Or ammo controller. Alright, anyway, let's look at the numbers here. So unlock level 15, size class 1. Yeah, we got a fuel tank. No oxygen. No point on having oxygen. It's all exterior, so that wouldn't make any sense. Anyway, 1 hour and 5 minute build time. This using 6 human crew. Let's see, a large upgrade kit. Maybe for a radar or something. No, it doesn't have that. No, it's a base. You probably wouldn't have that. It's used for something. I'm not sure what yet. CPU-wise, set to 110,000, using 73,000. It's going to translate probably to a Core 2. Yeah, Core 2. So basically just that one basic CPU core. It does have 12 solar panels. 12. I thought the limit was like 15. Or no, I don't know what it was. It's been a while. It's really been a while. Yeah, and we do have an ammo box, so that'd be a 14K ammo box in there. It does not do a shield, which is fine. Again, it's just kind of a slop down turret with a lot of can shoot over a lot of stuff, especially with that top artillery turret on there. So that's basically it. Just quick and dirty solar powered turret assembly you could throw down with quite a tower and a big gun at the top, and a lot of like personnel protecting it in case you're trying to playing PvP or something, trying to like take it over or something like that. So yeah, very, very cool build here. And again, this is by this author. Sorry about that. I do not know how to say that at all, really. So I'm not even going to try, but it's by this author here. Very cool build. I believe this is another new author that I have not seen any builds from yet besides this one. So very cool. I like the general color and the look and style of the whole turret assembly here. Very, very cool. All right, let me power you off, and let's get to the next build here. And that's still part of that one. So this one here, it's meant to be sunk into the ground more than it is. So this is the Mac Bunker by Mac Attack. I think this is another new author. I feel almost... Hold on. I want to spawn this a little bit better. So I'm going to just do that real quick. We're going to respawn it, sink it into the ground more here. Had that version kind of up out of the ground, but I believe it's supposed to be something a lot like that on how it's set up. So this one's kind of sticking way out there. However, I wanted that so I could see the interior, and this one I'd have to dig it all out to see the interior. But this is a basically a bunker style. Looks like a base, solar powered. Got 4 defense turrets on the outside here, plus some sentry guns. Big old double hangar door that would open up to a some kind of hangar slot in there. We'll have to look at that. The interior on the other one. More sentry guns on the backside, kind of using the rusty metal with extra rust added to it. Look, so kind of like kind of gritty, worn down a little bit. Been in use for a long time. I definitely like the aesthetics of that. Cool lights around the hangar doors here. I guess we can check out this interior room here right now. And inside up on the top floor here, it looks like, yeah, we got a bunch of stuff in here. So we got a crew room over here. Got our facilities. And bed, couch. You got a full medical bay out in here. Well, yeah, it does. Yeah, all the equipment there. We got our O2, the med bay. Got an elevator going up. I can take that up, but that's just going to get us up to the upper level here, which you can kind of walk around in between the turrets. Nice little pathing up there. That's cool. And then it's going to go down. So I'm going to shoot over to the one that's spawned above ground here, so we can probably look at that. All right, I'll adjust the lights here too. Might be a little dark. We'll find out. Let me go... Yeah, I think I'm a little dark. Usually a little dark. Okay. Well, I don't know. It's so rough. Looks like you just set in like a setting for the perfect lighting. Alright. Well, anyway. I always do this because so many builds have atmospheric lightings. In other words, like different colored lights and stuff, and it looks so much different with the lights on versus just all washed out in sunlight. So that's why I like to show all the builds, interior space, with its lighting, however the author designed that. So it's just typical practice there. So we got a side room over here. It looks like fuel and O2 and generators and some solar capacitors in there. So that's cool. And obviously more room for more stuff. And another room on the other side is... Oh, it's actually kind of dug out over here. This actually looks like it could fit like a full-size shield or furnace. We got a basic CPU core here. Main core right there. I guess I got my flashlight on here. But yeah, it is fairly dark on the interior here. And then we got the big old hangar bay, which is cool. And that's... yeah, it's neat. So when you spawn this in, like kind of how I spawned the one that sunk into the ground, as soon as you do that, you kind of sink it in there, and then you have to get out some kind of handheld miner or a vehicle miner and like drill out this whole area until it's all cleaned up like this, and then you'd have a nice fancy hangar mounted into the ground. Double hangar doors up top there. Very cool. We got an ammo box. It's like, is that a... Okay, that's just a console. I was curious if that was there's a version of this that can be used as a switch, which is kind of cool. So I wasn't sure if that was going to open up those hangar doors or not. That might be done on a sensor on the outside, though. All right. So here, let me get back into God mode. Let's get the lights back on. So yeah, very, very cool. Nice. Someday I got to build a bunker base. I've been kind of wanting to, but I haven't ever actually did one. Or designed around basically sinking it into the ground. Um, this is cool too. It's going to provide a lot of residual power here. Might be enough for the whole base without ever having to add fuel to it, depending on, I guess, where it's spawned and how those solar panels are performing. But yeah, nice bunker base, place to park stuff, and some rooms inside. Very cool, very cool. All right, so on the numbers, unlock level 10 only. So size class 2, 4 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks, 7 sensory guns, the 4 light Gatling turrets. Pretty low build time here, 1 hour and 14-minute build time. It's using a little bit of nutrient solution of plant fibers. Huh. I think I missed something on the inside. Set to 110,000 CPU, using 108,000. Translates to a core 2. So just one basic CPU core in here. It also helps keep the cost down. Got our 9 solar panels there, and a solar capacitor. No shield on here, stock at least. Which, you know, a bunker base like this, a lot of it's underground. The AI can't really do much, especially the underground stuff. The AI could fly drones around and try to shoot at some of these turrets and stuff, but these turrets are going to waste them. There's 4 turrets on here with all good line of sight. I don't think a drone attack would have any real chance of. Yeah, they just get shot down. It's plenty good for base defense there. I'm gonna fly in here one more time. Oh, yeah, we got a door over here too, at the top of the elevator. Just want to see. It's like I seen the plant fiber stuff in there. Oh yeah, there's a farming section. I missed this whole deck over here. Yeah, big production room. I was kind of wondering if it had that. You'd think it would, and it does. I missed it coming off from the elevator here. So yeah, we got looks like 18 grow plots, fridge, food processor, grow plot light switches here, and then we got looks like a large constructor and 2 small constructors and a couple storage controllers and some boxes. So yeah, nice. Sorry about missing the room on my first run through here. I was going back and forth between the 2 builds and didn't see the production room. But yeah, I'm glad it's got that. That is makes it all come together. So all right, I think we already looked at a lot of these numbers here. Certainly doesn't need anything special to spawn this in. We already looked at that. Let's check its warp drive. I'm kidding. All right. A base that warps. That would be pretty interesting. All right, let's look at your storage. So we can do that. So what we got here? The Mac bunker. We got an ammo box, 14K ammo box. Got looks like 2 controllers at 128K each, and then beyond that, some more sort boxes. So yeah, very, very cool. Very cool. So nice bunker base. The Mac bunker base by Mac Attack, as in the author, another new author. Very, very cool to see. All right, so I got to buzz over to vanilla for the last build here a second. Okay, for the last build of the day, we have the Battle Cruiser T4 BP by Hirschcraft G35. If I said the author's name correctly here. So this looks like it could be another combat CV, kind of a fork front design. I'm not seeing a lot of guns on here right now, but it looks like there's a lot of gun placement areas around here. A lot of parts upgrade locations for sure. This was out in new releases this morning, so I thought I would check it out. Look pretty cool. Lot of flight deck on the top here too to park a bunch of different creations. Looks like we have some access doors to get into the inner hall from the flight deck. Got all our thruster positions around here, and looking at the material here, I would say that this thing is a Xeno build. In other words, it's the entire hull looks like it is made of Xeno material right now. Especially this texture has to be Xeno. The other texture here doesn't have to be Xeno necessarily, but it probably is. But we'll find out for sure. Yeah, that is Xeno too. So we got a couple spotlights up front here. Looks like a big cockpit area over here with a lot of guns that you would probably place in the area here. I don't know if there's going to be a any kind of thing to tell you what these particular gun positions are for, but pretty cool how that's set up. And it's also like a double, or actually like a yeah, it's like a double glass front end over here too. So you got like this outer shield, and then there's an inner window in here too, all the armored glass. So it's nice, a lot of hit points for that stuff. That's cool. Oh, come on, F6 work. There we go. So yeah, and these have got to be for like maybe low tier turrets or medium tier turrets. I don't know, but definitely a lot of turret positions throughout the build here. Kind of a cool looking setup here. Big, I don't know, kind of rounds up at the nose, kind of where the fork parts are there. Angles out. Oh yeah, and yeah, look at this. Probably for medium like turrets out on the side here, and all of them have a good line of sight stacked up on the sides of the build here. And this is for an artillery turret, I would believe. Larger 5x5 set there. Oh, this is really cool how the reverse thrust is done. It's kind of got this sleek little design there, and there's actually glass in there. It's hard to see right now, but yeah, you can kind of see a little interior in there. Yeah, cool looking side profile on it. I like how the landing gear is all working out. Got some sentry guns on here as well. Coming into the back there, we got our forward thrust kind of on these bit of extensions there, sort of. Kind of aligned with the hull. Big old blast door, hangar door in the back. Some more armored glass. You can see some elevators and stuff on the interior. And big old like blue texture light tank deco on the bottom, and some framework down here. Looks like some more glass. That's cool. That is cool. I do have this on. Yeah, it's on. Yeah, and it's going to kind of glow in the dark a little bit here too, with the how it's textured. A lot of texture light stuff going on there. But again, like this is like a solid Xeno hull, I believe, with the exception of some armored glass in the mix there. So yeah, very, very cool. Very cool. Looks like it's going to be a nice, tough, strong ship there. All right, so I'm going to park right here a minute, and let's adjust the lighting. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm going to keep that on. I don't know if we have lights on the interior here, at least in the hangars area. I see some kind of glowing light over in that area. But nice, big, spacious hangar with, I like all these side, like, landing bays over here, and they're all kind of numbered. So you got 8 and 6, and yeah, so like eight different side bays. We got a repair bay right in the middle for HVs or SVs, and yeah, kind of cool. It looks like there's like a hallway or kind of like walking going along the upper ends of the hangar there. We got another internal hangar door. Oh yeah, right off from the front here too. So you can load up HVs and things from the bottom side here. Oh, that's cool. And this whole front nose area kind of hangs over the landing gear by quite a bit, but the landing gear looked like it would actually keep the ship in position just fine. So that was nicely thought out. So, all right, so let's take one of these side compartments over here. Kind of get, excuse me. So we got a generator room over here with a nice advanced generator in there. Some fuel on the other side. We got an elevator shaft here. I'm going to come back to that. Follow this on through here. Keep that on there. Oh, that's cool looking how this is textured on the hallway in here. Oh yeah, look at the we got the lighting on the top there, or the texture lights. Oh, very interesting hallway. It's kind of angles off going towards the front here. And we got some like some kind of engineering room, a lot of piping and some deco parts and things like that in here. And I think we got to backtrack. Go through the center here. Oh, big old fuel room here. Oh, interesting. We got some grow lights up top. Oh, we do have some lights in here. Why aren't they on? Oh, because they're off. Let's try that. Yeah, okay, so now we got lights. Sorry about that. Oh, there's a lot of different rooms over here. So over here we got like a CPU room. As well as, well, actually more of a warp drive room and CPU. So we got our warp drive, pentaxi tank. Detector over here. Oh, wow. Somehow I'm getting lost in there. Wow, that dude's moving. There's a dude down in here doing, oh yeah, okay, he's doing his terminal thing. Very interesting layout here. So this is just kind of like a stasis chamber or something like that. And what's the switch here do? Oh, it powers up his console so he can do his thing. Look at that. Very cool. Very cool. So then we kind of got our way to the front bridge here, which is really cool. Again, double layered armored glass in front of this area. Plus it's sitting back from where the front is as well. Oh, we do have information here. So Deck 3, production, cafeteria, medical, farm, ammo, and storage. Deck 2, bridge, engineering hangar. Deck 1, crew quarters. Even got the like the available lift thrust in here. Uses custom device groupings. Very cool. Very cool. Oh yeah, and here's the here's more information on the groups. Okay, so that's really cool that the author did this. Put in like so all those symbols we've seen all over the place. It's got a definition of them, what they all mean. A is artillery, M is medium turrets. Yeah, all kinds of stuff in there. P is pulse lasers. Interesting. This is a vanilla build too, so you can't stack the same kind of weaponry a lot in vanilla. You kind of got to use like a bunch of different kinds of guns, and that's typical with vanilla due to the weapons parts numbers on there. Weapon limits, I should say. Oh, we got a core room right over here too. There's a lot of interesting interior spaces in here. Got our shield room back over here. And again, yeah, like this whole thing is pretty much like, well, not all of it. There's some interior blocks that are not Xeno, but a lot of them, the hall primarily is just a lot of Xeno. I keep on finding new areas of the ship here. Generator room. So now we're back to the hangar. So yeah, actually I did come through here. It's just I didn't have the lights on previously, so it does look different with the lights. Yeah, I've been through here already too. Kind of curious if I missed any spots. Oh, definitely. So yeah, there's another deck here that I totally kind of blew through. So yeah, we got a nice crew room over here. It's very cool. I like the big round window looking over the side of the bridge. Then over here looks like we got our bathroom. Fancy bed. Big old corner couch there. Nice. On the other side, it looks like we've got a location to store a lot of O2 and fuel. And actually, this is where you put the grow plots. So, yeah, it actually has a pretty big farming section on here. So that would be, what, 18? Well, actually, it's 3, yeah, so 1836. Plus, if that's doubled on the other side, we would have 72 grow plots. don't know if it is doubled on the other side, though. I don't think it is. Over here, it looks like we got a full medical bay. All the specialized equipment. Yeah, we got the clone and the other part here. Just for the author, if this is like the upgraded version of this, so it's a higher player on lock level, I think like 10 on this part, where this is only like something really small, like 3 or 5. But basically, once you have this, you can clone to this, so you don't need them both. Just kind of one or the other kind of thing. Over here, here's our cafeteria. Got a couple fridges, food processor, bunch of seating. They got a sink and counter over there. And I like all the kind of glass windows on the hallway are going. And over here we have a production room, or at least we got an advanced constructor. We got a teleporter nicely on the sensor there. Armor repair and armor locker. So yeah, it does. It's kind of like a full function ship here. It does the combat. It's got, you know, the hangar space. It does the farming. Got some production. Got crew rooms. I think I already been there. Let's go back this way one more time. It's our cafeteria, our warp drive room. Again, the hallway design is really interesting in here too. A medical bay. Oh wow. And then, yeah, finally getting up in these corridors that go along the hangar, kind of there as like a balcony there. Oh, we got some side rooms off from here too. So storage controllers in this room. Another elevator. Got Wi-Fi over there. This is probably going up to the flight deck. Yep. And let's take this all the way down. Okay, so we go below the hangar to another boarding ramp down over here. Nicely at a sensor. And then a lower room below the hangar. Solid Xeno floor up here too. And this is where a bunch more crew rooms are with some different color schemes going on in there. Very cool. Yeah, a lot of crew rooms. That's on this side. There's actually there's a lot of room on this ship. It's the way it's set up. The floor space is pretty. It doesn't have very tall ceilings, so you can pack quite a few decks in the build here, and it's definitely doing that. So over here, more crew rooms going down this corridor. Wow, yeah, there's just a lot of space in this ship. But yeah, here's that glass floor you see from the underside. And oh wow, look at this. Kind of an overlook view over here. Interesting. Yeah, it's kind of like looking over the side of the hall. A little balcony display there off the side of the elevator. So very, very cool. Nice combat CV. It's going to use a lot of Xeno. I'm kind of curious how much Xeno it uses, but it's certainly going to use a lot of Xeno. We got some spotlights kind of shining down in the front here too. So yeah, very, very cool. Let's take a look at some numbers here. So unlock level 20, size class 11. Hold on, let's turn on some thrusters here. Turn those on too. All right, so 78 forward, 39 strafing, 92 lift, 63 reverse, 78 down. Got 22 fuel tanks, 24 oxygen tanks. Does have 8 sentry guns, a multi-turret on board, and a detector. Obviously, the weaponry was left off, but there's a lot of it. A lot of places to put guns. 16-hour and 23-minute build time. Yeah, needs your typical stuff in here. As in Xeno substrate, 20,000. So you're going to need to do some salvaging of some POIs or something to get a bunch of Xeno for the build. But other than that, it's a very tough haul. Set up to tier 4. You got whatever CPU you need left over. So you got like 6 million CPU or about to add all those guns. And a lot of guns you can add. This is set to vanilla T4 specs. So let's see. And I don't think the warp drives fluctuate. At least what you can put on stock. So do have a say the range, yeah, 30 light year warp drive on here. I think vanilla does have some kind of upgrade for the warp drive though too. I think there's some kind of advanced warp drive or something like that. So yeah, very, very cool. And again, a lot of usable deck space here to park some other CVs or SVs or HVs or whatever you get to park up there. But a lot of room for it. So that is cool too. So it's kind of like a carrier. It does farming. It does production. It does shooting. It kind of does everything. And all in a big Xeno hall here. Speaking of the Xeno, I just want to see if there was any decoys inside of here or not. I don't think so. I think we're getting to actual like real thrusters here. Kind of there's our some strafing thrusters mounted towards the inside there. Kind of a cool approach to do it. But it certainly looks solid. Might not have a lot of the decoys and stuff, but it's a lot of the AI is going to have to shoot through an awful lot of hull to accomplish anything. And if you load this thing up with the kind of guns you can put on here, if vanilla allows it, or you're not playing with weapon limits on, you can really soup this thing up to make it pretty nasty out there in space, especially the side grouping of turrets here, all with a good line of sight due to its staggering of how they're placed. Very cool, very cool. All right, so storage. What do you have for storage? So it looks like we got a 320K for harvest or ore and wood. You got a 320K for our controller out. Let's see, cargo boxes. Oh, we got a second harvest. Oh, there's like a harvest in. And this is another 320 there. And we got two 240K ammo controllers, which is definitely good for a lot of weaponry. And other than that, some sort boxes, I think. Power storage, deco. Power storage. Your storage has the power. No, that's just it's an odd name. I just power storage. Never heard that before. It's probably just the default part name. So yeah, I don't know. It's power storage. Gotta have some power storage. But yeah, very, very cool build there. Again, this is the Battlecruiser T4 BP, or Blueprint, that probably stands for, by Hearst Shaft G35V. Or here. This author. That's how you say the author's name there. So, I might have said that incorrectly. Sorry about that. It's I gotta kind of interpret a lot of author names out there. A lot of them mean something or something that I just don't catch right off the gates. It happens a lot, so sorry about that. But other than that was the last build this week. Very, very cool builds. Quite a few combat CVs in the mix, and some other creations, base turrets, just a lot of stuff. Very, very cool builds. Oh yeah, the fancy Prowler SV there. Barefootin did that one, and that really cool ship by Noah and by Roan Phone. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff this week. Other than that, y'all have yourself an excellent weekend, and I will talk to you later.